Oh, we're back. We are back. No video for the last 2 days. Not because of anything stress related or job related, because you watch my last video, you understand. I don't have a job right now. There are things in the works moving, so I will 90% likelihood I will have a job by next week. But I'm not really stressed about that right now. I have had a fever. Yeah, I came down with a fever and I've been bedridden, but I'm on Dayquil. I took NyQuil last night. I'm feeling, I'm sore. Everything's sore, but I'm feeling all right now. I'm feeling capable. But all I've really been able to do is just try to get my clothes out there. Putting things on Depop, Facebook Marketplace, and really just telling friends and family about it this week just to get some experience. It's been fun. It's been fun. My goal is to make $100 this week, and now that I'm actually able to leave my house, well, hopefully I don't start feeling worse again. That should be cool. But it's friends and family. I'm not gonna charge them what I would usually charge. You feel me? But I just want to come on here and talk about where I am mentally after my last video and how dramatic it was. And I got a comment, and I'm not mad at this comment ever because it's a serious question. Good, he said, "Good luck paying bills." Hey, that's a real thing, I appreciate the good luck, but I wouldn't have quit my job if I didn't have a few things in place for me to keep going for a little bit, I didn't just quit randomly. This has been planned out. Even though it was abrupt and I didn't expect to quit then and there, I would have quit within the next 2 weeks. So I just want to get that out of the way. I don't think I really went in depth with that in my previous video. It was more of an emotional rant. And so now that we're here, I want to really push my future plans on y'all and let y'all know what I really got going on. Obviously, content is going to keep going. And on my MMA channel, shit, they hate me over there. But it's growing. It's growing steadily. Little by little. And the clothing thing is really starting to come to fruition. It's really just about advertising myself, starting to build my brand, and then hopefully I'll make, a little bit on the side while I have my other job. And then if that explodes into something bigger than what I expected to, then hell, good for me, right? But I really just, no matter where I go with all of the endeavors that I'm trying to pursue, no matter how many of them work and how many of them don't, I just want to build something for myself, I want to feel proud about what I'm doing. And what I had in my last 9 to 5, I just didn't have. I just did not feel proud of it. And if I had, listen, I used 9 to 5 as a very broad, it's a very broad term. But after reflecting a lot, a 9 to 5 can be good. Most situations, it probably is good, especially if you're working with people. Specifically, warehouse 9 to 5s. That's what I want to get at. You're not really building anything unless the company has a path for growth, which mine did, but not really. If you know what I mean, very, very political. So with that out of the way, clothing. Right now my inventory is small, so just like I said, friends and family. If you're a friend or a family, hit me up and I'll let you know what I got right now. But hopefully in the next week or two, I will start expanding my stuff from not just Depop to Facebook Marketplace, but around my local area, and start posting on social media. I have an account called Ylan's Vault, I think. YLANSVAULT. I haven't posted anything on there. I want to really build my inventory and get some pieces that will pop. Pieces that people will look at me like, damn, what else he got? Stuff like that to really get people into what I'm trying to build. And I don't really know where else to go from there. I have some decent connections in the vintage space around my area, so eventually I want to end up buying a booth at an event or something. I feel like that, even if I don't make profit off of it, that sounds cool as hell. Like, just to be in that space, meet people that are interested in similar things that you're interested in. I feel like that'd just be a cool experience overall. And I could just go in as a customer or whatever, but I really want to gain experience selling things on my own. You know, I've sold things before, but not to a consistent basis where I can proudly say, yeah, this is what I do. This is how I make a lot of my money, and things like that. This is how I make a living. That's what I eventually want to be able to say about clothing. And I've always been interested in it since I was a freshman in college. Even if my major didn't reflect on that, I was kind of lost back then. And eventually I had a call with my mom, and I was talking to her about, hey mom, I don't think this is gonna work for me. I don't think this is gonna work for me. It's just not what I want to do. And after a back and forth, we started talking about what I actually wanted to do. And I told her, I was like, hey, I want to open a clothing brand. And it sounds a lot simpler, but obviously I did my research. There's a lot of money that goes into it. So I decided recently, right? After reflecting on that conversation from like under a year ago, and all the experience that I've gained from life in general the past year, I have thought about it. I'm like, hey, why don't I just start selling vintage clothing? You know, stuff that I get my hands on that most people wouldn't, and stuff that people don't want to go out and look for themselves. Why can't I just sell it to them? They can just buy it off me. Easy. Hey, win-win, right? And I like that when you get clothes like that, it doesn't really, like, how do I say this? It's almost like recycling clothing. You know, that might be a turnoff for some people, but if we're not wasting as many clothes, I mean, that's a plus in my book. I'm wording this really bad, but I really want to emphasize how happy this makes me just to talk about it. And if I can really push myself and put this onto paper and make some results out of this, then I will be incredibly joyful on my progression, not just monetarily, but as a person in general. I would just be incredibly happy, which is not something I've had in a very long time. So, as you all know, incredibly motivated right now. Content won't stop, and I'm thinking about pushing more of my clothing content on this account. Maybe less videos of me just sitting here talking, and more of me going out, getting the clothing, and showing y'all the whole process. Because, shit, I don't gotta be the only one doing this. Y'all can do it too. I'm starting from nothing. Nothing at all. I'm starting from nothing. And hopefully I can make this work, and y'all can see me start from nothing and be like, damn, I don't really know what I want to do either, but clothing sounds cool. And if he started from nothing, I can do it. That's all I want to do. So those are my thoughts for today. Hope y'all have a good day. And yeah, see you on the next one.